Welcome to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting and give you my opinion on them, including AT&T is reportedly interested in selling DIRECTV. It's already spun it off, but it's the majority owner. We're going to break this down. We have a look at what the average American's paying for live TV services, including cable, satellite, and streaming. We'll break that down, see if you're under that or over it. And Comcast and Spectrum have launched a new streaming player. There's a big catch here, though. We'll tell you what you need to know about this device and a whole lot more here coming up in a minute. First though, hey, if you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story I talk about there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. So with that said, let's dive into it. AT&T is reportedly interested in, or at least considering all options, including selling all or part of DIRECTV. Now, back in 2021, AT&T completed its process of spinning DIRECTV off, which includes DIRECTV Stream and Uverse TV, into an independent company. AT&T currently owns 70% of the shares of that company, and TPG Capital owns 30%, though reports say that AT&T is kind of hands-off on it and that TPG Capital kind of now runs the day-to-day operations of DIRECTV. Not sure exactly how true that is. I'm not sure exactly how much control AT&T pushes over it. But with this, it's being reported by Bloomberg that AT&T is now looking at all options, including fully selling off their remaining 70% shares in the company, selling off part of it, and more. Now, DIRECTV confirmed what they said to Bloomberg in their statement, that they had no knowledge of any such investigation. AT&T got back to Cord Cutting News and said, hey, we don't comment on rumors and speculation. That's a pretty common statement for most companies now when reports like this come out that they're considering doing something. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they are. They just say we don't comment on speculation and rumors. So what's happening here? Well, DIRECTV, like many other companies, is getting hit hard by cord cutting. It's reported that DIRECTV lost 750,000 subscribers in the first half of 2023. We'll see. Now, for a long time, there's been speculation and reports of actual talks between the two companies, confirmed by the two companies, between Dish and DIRECTV for a possible merger there. Bring the two satellite companies together, much like Sirius and XM Radio merged to become Sirius XM. But AT&T over the summer basically said, hey, we're happy with DIRECTV. We're making good money on it. You know, we're kind of not interested in a merger. Dish is now in the process of merging with EchoStar, where they'll now become a subsidiary under the current EchoStar board and leadership. That raises a question if Dish would be interested in a merger right now while it's in the middle of a merger. But right now, it's clear that AT&T is looking at, hey, cord cutting is growing. They lost 750,000 subscribers in the first half of 2023, according to a report from the Leachman Research Group. And now they're looking at all options for this. So we'll have to take a close look at this, but I want to get your prediction then. Will AT&T keep their ownership? They've been making some good money. So AT&T gets a paycheck for their 70% ownership of it every month or quarter, or however they have it set up, and they put that in the bottom line, and it helps keep the company profitable. They're getting money, and they're just basically bleeding a DIRECTV dry right now, as some people have said. On the flip side, you know, there's still a lot of subscribers. There's millions of subscribers on DIRECTV. If you do want to sell, this could be a good time to do it while there's still value in the company versus 5 years from now, when question is, how much of a value will there be? As Starlink and Amazon Home Internet launches and making rural Americans have access to high-speed internet, they all have access to streaming services, which could accelerate the decline of satellite television. We'll keep a very close eye on this, but get your predictions in now. AT&T is definitely looking at their options, as most businesses will. I mean, you know, if somebody knocks on the door, offers you a lot of money, you're probably going to say, hey, is it worth us to maintain this investment or cash out now? What's the best use of this cash right now? We'll see. Speaking of money, how much do Americans really pay for live TV services like cable TV, satellite, and streaming services like YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, and more? Well, according to the Leachman Research Group, the average American now pays $112.70 a month for pay TV. Now, you can get an idea why a lot of people are cutting the cord. If that's the average, which includes streaming services like YouTube TV at $72.99, you can understand why cable TV
subscribers are looking and say, hey, I'm paying way over $112. In the comments on our story, several people say, hey, they were paying over $200 a month for Comcast and others. Comcast now charges over $40 a month just for regional sports network fees and broadcast television fees. So you understand why a lot of people are moving. It's very interesting though. $112.70 is the average for TV. So are you below that? When you look at your bill for your pay live TV services like Comcast, Spectrum, YouTube TV, Hulu, are you under that? We saw for a long time, people were like, oh, YouTube TV is now $72, Hulu plus live TV $76 and change, and so on. Might as well get cable TV. Well, if those are the kind of the low end, you can only imagine what the high end people are paying that are dragging that number up to $112.70 a month. So let me know. Are you below it? Are you around that for your paid live TV service? Leave me a comment, let me know. And how was it before you canceled cable TV? Were you over that or below it? All right. Comcast and Spectrum have announced the new Zumo streaming box. Now, Comcast has had a very similar streaming box for a while. This is the refresh, updated version of it called the Zumo Stream Box. It will launch right away for Spectrum customers later this year for Comcast customers. Zumo is a joint venture now. It used to be owned by Comcast. Comcast and Spectrum made a joint venture to run it now together. And they'll be running it or offering it. Now, the box will cost $60 up front or $5 a month if you don't want to pay the $60 up front. If you are a Spectrum cable TV customer, you can get the box free for 12 months and then have to pay for it after. Now, I asked Spectrum repeatedly, actually, trying to get a very clear answer. I never got it. If I select the $5 a month option, after a year, when I hit $60 I pay towards this box, does the monthly payment stop or do they continue forever? Much like renting a cable box, will I be paying for this box over and over if I don't pay for it up front? They didn't reply to my final email on that. They never really gave me a clear answer on it. So we'll have to wait and see. But if you want one of these boxes, it's basically the Xfinity user interface. It has a mixture of both their live TV services, if you're a customer there, and streaming services with it. A universal search that will look at both. Also is heavily integrated into the Zumo Play service, which is their free ad-supported streaming service, is heavily included in it. But hundreds of apps, including things like Disney Plus, Apple TV, Hulu, Max, Netflix, Peacock, Blue TV, Prime Video, Tubi, Zumo, and more. A few years ago, the Comcast streaming app missed a ton of very popular streaming services. They're a lot better at that. It's still not quite as good as a Fire TV or Roku or Apple TV, but it's not bad. It's a pretty good selection of apps now compared to what it was. Just be very careful. If you sign up for that $5 a month option to get the streaming player, just be aware that will they stop that? Because they didn't answer that question to me. So anybody find it in their legal documents, in the terms of service or anything, leave me a comment, let me know. Help me be some researchers here. If you do the $5 a month, is it just $5 for the life of the box until you cancel your account with them? Or is it $5 until you hit $60 and then it stops? All right, there was a massive shutdown. I got a lot of news we're going to go through real quick. Police have shut down a massive IPTV legal streaming service that reportedly in 8 years made 25 million euros in profit. Not too bad. According to this, they've arrested a bunch of men, seized a bunch of cars, and over 100,000 euros in cash. And they estimate that this company has cost legal broadcasters over 100 million euros in the 8 years it's ran. It's part of the ongoing war on IPTV. As cable companies have more struggle, they're increasingly looking to shut down pirate services, and now they've done it on this one. Next up, deal of the day. The Fire TV, the Echo Show 15, which is a smart display with Alexa and all that built in. It also has a Fire TV built into it with a Fire TV remote. So it's a 15-inch little display that is great for like a kitchen TV and more. It's on sale, $95 off for this upcoming Prime Day right now. Typically $279.99. Right now for $184.94, you can get an Echo Show 15 with a built-in Fire TV. If you want to find that, check out the show notes down below. We'll have a link to that deal down there. Bally Sports is going to be, or hopes to be, shutting down one of its networks. Bally Sports Arizona has been marked and requested to the judge to be shut down. Late Wednesday night, Bally Sports filed with the judge, or at least that's when I saw it, had filed with the judge to ask to not keep their contract with the Arizona Coyotes, the NHL team. Bally Sports Arizona previously had the Suns, the Mercury, the Diamondbacks and the Coyotes on it. Well, they already Bally Sports dropped their contract with the Diamondbacks earlier this year. The Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury, the WNBA and NBA teams, walked away and didn't renew their contract. They went to DIRECTV, will be broadcasting free over the air and streaming online. And now Bally Sports has said, hey, this network only to basically air NHL games is not profitable. We want to shut down this network and we want the judge to approve it. We'll see what happens there. But they are quickly moving to start deciding who they're going to pay, who they're not going to pay. We're going to full coverage over Core Cards News. But one more Bally Sports network may be shutting down soon. We're just waiting for the judge to approve it. I can't imagine the judge won't. All right, there's been a next story up. There's a growing number of spam calls, and increasingly they're starting to impersonate streaming services and cable companies and more. Shelby had a great post identifying some of the things to watch out for when it comes to scams. One of the popular ones in cord cutting recently has been, hey, we're Spectrum and we're here to offer you a special deal to cut your internet bill if you agree to prepay for a few months. Obviously, it's fake, but a lot of people are falling for it. There's some key tells there to look for. Shelby has a full post on it to watch out for those scams. Now, you've probably seen those little libraries, those little free take a book, leave a book libraries that pop up all over the place. There's a new movement called freeblockbuster.org that's putting up what they call blockbuster franchises all over the United States. There's dozens of these kiosks all across the country, and one not far from me now that offers take a movie, leave a movie. The idea is you bring a DVD in a case, you leave it, you take a movie from it, and it's a way for people to exchange movies and exchange just like they would with books, and have a free library of movies there with it. If you want to take a look at this and see if there's one close to you that you can get a free blockbuster.org, or you want to start one where you live, check out our story Shelby did, and it has a full breakdown of the free blockbuster.org move, not related to the official Blockbuster company, which is owned by Dish still. And lastly, we talked about the Phoenix Suns a moment ago. Phoenix Suns are going to be broadcasting their games for free over the air. They will also have a streaming service called Suns Live, and it's actually cheaper than the Bally Sports streaming service. It'll be $15.99 a month, or excuse me, $14.99 a month, or $109.99 to stream the full season of in-market games. Now, this will not include games that are nationally televised on ESPN, ABC, TNT, etc. These are for games that will be broadcast on what used to be Bally Sports is now going to be on the free over-the-air televisions there. This is significantly lower than the average $19.99 Bally Sports charges per month for their service. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Let me know what you think. Did you find out anything about the Comcast Spectrum box? Help me out. Help me research that, because they weren't helpful answering our questions. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll be back again real soon.